Okay, I'm back with a story to tell you. So like I said on my previous video, it is 3 days out from my gallbladder surgery. So my mom had plans to go to town today to go to Wally World because when you live in a small area, that's where you go. There's nowhere else to go. So she said, I'll wait till you get up and you can ride along with me and just stay in the car because she knows I still don't feel like, going into the store yet. And I haven't been out of the house since I had my surgery Monday, so, you get a little stir crazy. It's nice to get out. So I got up late this afternoon. She was patient. She waited for me. So we ride into town. Everything's fine. And we're at Walmart. She parks. She's like, okay, I might take me a while because I gave her some money and gave her some things that I needed to get, like, Campbell's soup and some things that sounded good that I thought I could eat. And so I gave her the $20. I said, okay, take your time. I'm fine. I'll be here. I'll probably watch something on my phone on YouTube. So she goes in. All the windows are rolled down. Everything's fine. And you've seen the car I have. I have a 2014 Kia Soul. Okay. So she goes in, and I've got my phone, down here like this, and I'm watching this video, and I'm just watching the video. And all of a sudden, I look out of the corner of I look over down at I'm in the passenger seat, of course, and I look down at the pedals, the gas pedal over on the driver's side, and there's a mouse. I see a tail. I'm like, am I hallucinating? And there's a huge mouse, like a huge fat gray mouse, just sniffing around down there at the foot. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh crap, a mouse, right? Excuse me, but oh man, a mouse. And it runs like, it crawls, like just gently crawls underneath the panel. I'm thinking, oh, it's getting underneath behind the dash. It's going to chew wires, because where we live in the country, we've had problems. When my mom had her car, we share a car now. They have a garage up there that's open. It's just, like mine is, a covering. And she had a Toyota. And Toyota Camrys are actually really bad. I don't know if anybody knows this. A lot of people have the same problems. Mice like getting into them and chewing on the wires because there's something on the wires that smells good to them, and they like chewing on it. So she had trouble all the time with mice getting in her car, and she'd have to take it to the dealer, the mechanic, and they'd have to patch it up and put stuff in it. Well, this is the first time I've parked mine down by my house. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm sitting in Walmart. I've got my pajama bottoms on and this top. I'm like, I'm not going to Walmart with my pajamas on. I mean, I know everybody else does, but whole other story there. So I get out of the car, and I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't want to, scream, there's a mouse, and be like a big baby. So I thought, okay, what can I do? And I got back in the car, and she didn't have her phone on her. I was going to call her. She didn't, could she do? But she left her phone in the car because she was like, nobody ever calls me. I'm just going to leave my phone in the car. If it rings, answer it. I was like, okay. So I get back in. I don't see it. I keep looking over there seeing it to see what. And I text my nephew, who lives 2 hours away from you, Miami, in St. Louis. And I'm like, I'm sitting in the car. I'm waiting for your grandma to get out of the Walmart, and there's a mouse, and and he calls me, he's like, you country people have such problems. What is the deal with these mice? And we were talking, I'm like, oh no, I said, so I started the car up, and I rolled up all the windows, because I thought, well, maybe the sound of the engine would, keep it away from me. I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws here, people. So I'm talking to him on the phone, and I'm like, I don't see it anywhere. And you know how your steering wheel comes out, and there's, the column back there? All of a sudden, I see this mouse tail move out of that. I'm like, I see it. It's behind the steering wheel column. Oh, yuck, yuck, yuck. And then right at that time, I see my mom coming out of the store. I'm like, I gotta go. My nephew's laughing. I'm like, I gotta go. I'll let you go. Grandma's coming out now. So we had parked by another Kia that looked like we were here, and the other Kia was facing us this way. So Mom's going past the other Kia, and I got out of the car, and she thinks I'm telling her that's not our car. Our car's over here. She's like, I know where you're at. I'm like, no. I'm like, come here. I'm like, there's a mouse in the car. And she's like, what? I'm like, there's a mouse in the car. And, people are around, I don't want to be like, mouse. And so she's like, well, where's it at? I'm like, well, last time I saw it was on the steering wheel column. So she's like, well, I'm going straight home, because I was going to check she was going to go in and check my post office box for me. But we're like, no, we're getting home. So we come home, we don't see it again. I popped the hood, looked underneath, looked to see if there was any wires chewed. I don't see anything with the flashlight. We set my dad set 2 mouse traps, and we put them out in the car. We took everything out of our glove box, like napkins and stuff, because they will get a hold of that and tear it up. And she parked it not down by my house, but up by hers. We're hoping we either catch it or it's not there. We might have to take it into a mechanic and and see if any wires have been cut. Because how she found out she had mice in hers was she was driving one time and her lights just started flickering, and like her dash panel lights, and then that's what the wires they were chewing through. So that's my story for the day. The lesson here is don't go to town in your pajamas, because you might have to jump out of the car and go in Walmart when you see a mouse. And I don't care if everybody else got pajamas on in that store. I'm not wearing my pajamas in Walmart. It's not my vibe. So anyway, that's my little story for today. So when you're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, at least you didn't see a mouse in your car. Just say that. And it was not little. It was like a little cute little mouse. It was a big old gray mouse with a long tail. I'm thinking, is that thing pregnant? Because it was huge. I'm like, I hope not. So hopefully we'll catch it and all will be well. I didn't want to park my car back down here, because if you get a mouse in a travel trailer, you're pretty much, I mean, I've seen people on YouTube have to gut their entire travel trailer because mice get in the wall and you can't get them out and they chew everything. So I don't want it definitely down here. We threw some poison underneath my travel trailer just in case. So I will let you guys go. And then we get home. It's just not our day for animals. Then we get home and Mom's like, I'm like, what? She's like, by her front steps there was a dead bird. A dead bird. It had ran into her screen glass door. And she said, well, I heard that this morning. And of course it died. They do that a lot because they think, they can fly on through. Like, this is not our day for animals, for little critters. So I had to get a rake and rake up the dead bird and throw it off down there, off into the grass, so some critter can get it. But that's my little story for today. So when all else is going bad in your day, just think you didn't see a mouse in your car. You're one up on me. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.